Okay, got it. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for being with us. I'm just going to do a bit of a welcome first because part of today's show actually needs a little explanation because it's just slightly different to what we've done before. Leanne has set up and put the BeLive TV platform in place from her end today, because what I've got here is a scheduled power outage, which went off, I think they turned it off at 8:30. One of those things with any of the power networks, of course, is they'll tell you one thing and you could be waiting ages for them to actually do it. And I could have been on live on my own hosting side of it, and it would have been normal. But this morning it did need to change around because it went off at 8:30. So I've been scrambling a little bit to get in touch with Leanne. I'm not in panic mode because there's never any point in that, isn't it, Leanne? And you were so easily able to set it up from your end. So welcome this morning, Leanne, and thank you very much for your part in setting up today's show.
You are very welcome. It is my pleasure. It's been a crazy morning. I've just realised I haven't even done my makeup or anything. So.
Oh, look, I love that hue and the sun-kissed skin.
Yeah,
nothing
exactly.
wrong with it.
the nose and the cheeks are still a bit red from the weekend.
Yeah. You've had a really busy time, and I think most of us are actually aware of that, so that's great, honestly.
Yeah.
And we just continue with what we're called to do in the services we provide and everything. So, I mean, it's just part and parcel of where we're at the time. It was one thing too for me getting ready. I did make sure that I had my iPad charged up and the phone charged up, and I've got a little battery backup, but it's only small. That's charged up. I even did do the laptops, but thought because that's the way you have to start a BeLive, it's got to be from a desktop type of setup, Chromebook at the time. And it was just going to draw too much power and things could have happened worse. So that's why we've done it like we have and just progressing from that. Now, part of that for me is I can't do without my coffee through the day. So I had to go and hunt out in the shed for, those little gas burner thingies, the single gas burner that's got the canister. Yeah, those camping type ones. Well, I did find it, but when I went to open it inside, the canisters weren't with it. So I had to do another hunt for, I had to go and really search for those. I did find them. They were in the shed too, just completely apart so that, if the gas thing blew up, it was in a part, it didn't matter. So I found them all, married them together, and I have got the rest of my coffee going.
Beautiful, because you need to kick the start for the morning, don't we?
Oh yeah, we do. And part of that process, as we all know, we do tend to keep some stuff, especially in sheds. So I sort of thought, oh wow, how much do we actually hold on to that we don't really need? I didn't bring any of that in, but part of the process after Mum and Dad passed on and, buying the house and moving my stuff and trying to get unpacked, sorted, settled, I haven't hurried the process, but there's stuff out there that I looked at and thought, oh God, I really got to get started. I really got to get some of this moving just to clear the energy, because there's so much of even Dad's old diaries that he started writing when he was 20. So there's from that age would have been 1950s, in the middle of that early. All of those are still there, and photos and so much. How much stuff have you still held on to in the many shifts because I know you've had a shift in the last year.
Yeah,
How's it?
yeah. I have a carport half full of boxes between moving house and moving shop. I have probably half a carport full of stuff that's still. My husband squeezed his car that won't go backwards at the moment into the carport on the weekend while I had the trailer out. So the carport is rather full at the moment, but it's incredible. Even like from the move that we did 12 months ago, it was 9-10 years since the last one, and we threw away so much stuff that we hadn't even used from when we first moved into our last house. So it was quite, incredible. You have to excuse the typing in the background. I can hear it through my headphones from the side Flick's working on some market stuff, so in the background. But yeah, no, it is crazy. It's what we hold on to. The energy gets stuck when we've got too much clutter as well. So there's that side of it, and that's something you guys can sort of think about too. Is what are you holding on to? What is the clutter? Because it's not always just the physical clutter; it's the emotional, it's the mental side of it that goes with it as well.
Oh, that's so right.
Yeah.
So right. And I'm just noticing on the thing, speaking of clutter, I don't know why my eye went down and thought, oh, God, that's a bit fuzzy. And then I thought, well, on my phone, maybe I've got a, what do you call them? The fingerprints over the camera. So I'm going to actually wipe the camera of the phone. You might look a bit funny for a minute.
While you're doing that, we're just going to say some hellos. We've got Rita saying, hello, ladies. How are you? I'm very well, thank you, honey. And Bethany is saying, hi, ladies. Chris is here saying hello as well. We might get to some readings very shortly, Bev. And we've got some other people asking for readings as well. We'd be really interested, guys, to hear what you're holding on to in your life at the moment as well. So let us know what clutter that you're stuck with or you can't move at the moment. Hey, Bella. Hope you're well. Hi, Teresa. So your camera's looking much better now, Roz.
Good.
Yeah. Oh my God, I haven't seen things like that for a very long time. Let me put you on single so you can have a close-up of it.
I might even move my head out.
Let's do it the right way. There we go. Oh my God, how long have you had those?
Sticky leg, that type.
Story behind them from a story behind them. Years.
Yeah, they're about mid-80s. So was that your teenage years? You're being a lot younger than I am.
I was born early 70s, so yeah.
One of the things I did when I went back to school, because I did go back to school, I can't remember which year in the mid-80s. It was 2 Meningie area school, and it was to do 3 subjects or 2 subjects in matric. It was just something that I wanted to do, purely because I think as I was going through school myself the first time round, because I've never really stopped being a learner, in those later teenage years, I got to being a little distracted. So that when it came to doing the matriculation year at Meningie, it was the first year they actually offered it. So because of that, there wasn't a set format of how they were doing. They were almost learning as we did on how to structure study periods and stuff like that. Of course, we knew all that, so we took advantage of it. We'd sneak down the street, do all sorts of shenanigan things. Play chess, I was supposed to be studying, stuff like that. I didn't actually pass my matriculation. I was 1 grade off. My art subject was an F. And the maths, I think, at the time was an E. Because I'm bright, I just decided in that year I'd play up with all of that type of having fun. It was good. But in going back to do my English and economics was the 2 that I remember doing, I just had to buy these little Duva thingies. They are pens, so they did actually write at the time. They don't now. And I've just kept them. And that sort of thing, to me, I won't ever get rid of. Kids can chuck them when I'm out the way, but, it's something that you keep. some stuff. I mean, I just love doing that and seeing how its head, which is what I do to distract myself when I was actually at school, back at the school.
But how much would your grandkids love seeing that when they were a little bit older? Because they wouldn't have seen anything like that.
No, that's right. So, some stuff is actually a good thing to keep, so long as it's not actually cluttering up, holding back that energy that we need to actually keep flowing. So for me, that actually reminds me of what sort of learning I've done over the years. Oh, I should put it up like that. What sort of learning I've done over the years and how much that's meant to me, because I did get a 20 out of 20 for my English in going back and doing that study. So I did get to meet the governor and get the certificate and stuff like that as an adult learner. That meant something to me. So you can't really get rid of everything, even just if it gets in the way. So that's something for me where it meant a lot. So,
that's it. And there are things that we do need to hold on to, like your dad's journals would be really impressive to, sit with and go through to understand that earlier part of him.
Yeah, and especially the old farming techniques and that, because a lot of them as well would go through the planning for what paddocks, sheep or cattle or whatever we're in. And in some parts of it's also the economics of it, working out the dollars and, actually pounds, shillings and pence back then. So it's something for me to look forward to actually go into, to remind oneself and also pass it on to the kids, grandkids and the rest, actually the way that generation lived, what sort of things they saw, they did go to school in horse and buggies. They did ride their horses to school or walk to school. The only thing they had was pen and paper. If they were lucky, they had pen. Mostly it was pencils, sometimes even slate. How it's just changed.
Oh, that's it. Even my kids struggle when, are talking about their phones and this and that and technology. And I say, when I was a child, we didn't have anything like that. We had the old phone on the wall with the long cord that you had to sit on the floor behind the bar to talk to somebody if you were on there for a while. But, it's weird how far it actually has come. We just got a couple more hellos to sort of say. So, hi, Caroline. We've got some questions coming in as well. We will get to them very shortly, guys. We just want to talk about the clutter, but we really want to hear what you're holding on to. What would be let's start with maybe the strangest thing that you may be holding on to, because I think that could be quite interesting as well. Robin's just saying that she's sharing into groups. Thank you, honey. We do really appreciate that as well with that. So we've got that. So, guys, do please hit the share button. Invite your friends and family. If you're in groups and you think they'd be interested in what we're doing, certainly share it into there if, it's within those group roles as well with that. Okay, we've got Yvonne saying, hi, Rosalie-Anne, have a good day. I have to run, so I'll catch the replay. Yvonne, good luck for today. I look forward to your message a little bit later to see how you went. So guys, let us know what it is that is the strangest thing that we hold on to. Believe me, my husband comes up with some stuff. He's got this little statue thing that's this big guy in a Hawaiian suit that sits there and does this little rock and roll type thing and wiggles his ass at you while it sings. And I'm like, why would you hold on to something like that? I said, this is what you're going to look like when you're 70-odd out there on the beach trying to do this little wiggle. No, he's very tall and he's a bigger gentleman, but so you get being that going, hey grandkids, look, Papa's making fun of you. I can just see it coming now. So it will be fun.
It wouldn't be funny if people later on wanted to come back to it with take a photo of the weirdest thing and put in the comments.
That would be cool. Yeah, put a photo in there. So and just hashtag replay or hashtag photo,
Yeah.
so that we know
Yeah.
sort of thing, because we do go back over and have a look at this as well. So Ros,
Yeah.
we've got some. I know you're probably not set up with your cards and stuff, but we do have some questions coming in. So should we just sort of do some of those?
Yeah.
And see
Yeah,
how we
have one. I do have one set of cards.
Good,
My
yeah.
dining table's not the biggest.
Beautiful. But guys, I'm noticing there are a lot of general questions. So guys, if you can ask more of a direct question, I'm going to put the direct questions up. So please don't be offended if I've missed your general question, because we'd like to get to as many of you as possible with that. Now, the first direct question, because there is a few very open-ended questions there. Anything would be good morning. I did see one. Okay, so here we go. Alicia would like to know, am I pregnant? Would you like to start on that one, Ros?
That one jumped out before even hearing the question. So I'm taking it on trust that that's the card for Alicia. So it's the key. What I'm sensing from that is the intention's been set free. So I'd take that as a yes, personally. I'm getting that feeling even at the intuitive level. So soul is free to move in.
Yeah, I was leaning through to yes, but my feeling was only just sort of thing. So I don't feel that you're too far into the pregnancy. Obviously, when you're asking if you are pregnant, you're not sure yourself. So I did feel yes with that as well. So I think I put Robin's high up already. Now, Bella's just asking, what is the next few months looking for me? Sorry, the buttons are a bit slow today. Oh, honey, I get the feeling you need to stop and breathe at the moment. So I want to say allow the energy to catch up, and then when it does and you find that balance, things will start to settle. But I just feel like everything's been really hectic around you lately. All right. So I want to say just breathe, ground yourself, raise your vibrations through your breathing, and just let that balance come into life. Okay. Did you have a card on that one, Ros?
It jumped out as you were talking, as I was shuffling. So it's the ship. So I think that's a travel type of a card. So it's just energy moving through. If you have the intention to travel or planning to shortly, I think it's also including that as part of the message for you too. So get prepared, packed, ready. Move on with some travel. So
travel sounds good. I've got to pack for the weekend, but I haven't got that far yet. I've got to do my washing first.
Oh, I had to do that really quickly yesterday morning because I knew I was going out. Oh no, Sunday. What day are we?
Tuesday.
Sunday morning. Yeah, I realised I was going out for the day on Sunday morning and for lunch to Adelaide, and I thought, oh, I don't think I remembered to do the washing. So I had to hurry up and do a 15-minute wash and then do the quick tumble dry so that they were dry enough for me to go. You know, some of that sort of domestic stuff I forget to do. Just a question before we go on. With the back end of this joining in with the mobile phone, just a techie thing, am I meant to see the comments that you're putting up as well? Because I thought that's what they are supposed to show up.
I don't know. I've never done it from a mobile.
Oh, okay. Well, at the moment they're not. So I'm listening really hard. If I go blank or I drop out, either the phone's run out of battery and I've got to hook up a different system, or I'm not listening really well.
Oh, okay. It could be my mic too, because I did change the settings on my mic so you don't get the background noise. But we've got Anita saying good morning.
Good morning, Anita.
And our next question is Robin. I'll read them out to you if you like, just in case, so you're not seeing them.
Thanks, because I'm not seeing them. No.
Robin would love some guidance, please. Thank you for my kick up the bum, Leanne. Things are now looking up with smiley faces. Is there anything for me, please? You are very welcome, honey. It is my pleasure. I have a beautiful size 10 foot if anybody else needs a kick up the bum.
Mine's small, 27.5.
So my foot's going to be more effective.
Well, it probably will.
Robin, you're going to have a giggle at this because somebody that was watching contacted me and said, oh, my God, I can't believe you did that to that lady. And I said, listen, I've known that lady long enough. It was what Spirit said was needed, and I have to do what I'm told, so to speak, sort of thing. But I try to put it in the most loving, gentle way that I possibly can. So obviously, Robin, it was exactly what you needed, as you were, you're grateful for. And I do feel that energy, honey, is moving in the right direction. So I want to say you're going to get pulled back into old habits at times. When you notice that happening, just stop, breathe, ground yourself, acknowledge it, and let it go, and change that thought process, because it is very common for that, and that's for everybody. It's very common for us to, especially at the moment, the universe is trying to pull us back into it because it's testing us, because we're being forced to stand in our own strengths at the moment. So if we're getting pulled back into old habits and we go with that energy, that's what's going to take back over. So, it is important to take that stand, to just acknowledge it and let it go and replace it, because the more we turn it around with that positive thought, that's the energy you're going to keep bringing in. All right. So I do get the reference to, honey, just look out for the little speed humps like that. The rest will flow. Look at what's been put in front of you moving forward, because I do feel that there is more stuff still to come, but the energy is feeling a lot more positive around you. Okay. Did you have a card on for that one?
I do, and it's the Man. My feeling on that is allowing yourself to actually move a bit more into your yang energy, as well as those around you who are male being able to accept their support and help too when it's needed. But I am feeling it's more around the yang energy and getting that more practical and move into it action type energy as well.
Yeah, beautiful. So hopefully, Robin, that makes sense to you as well. Sorry, my screen moved. All right, next we have Rita. It's like the mouse is being sensitive or it doesn't want to move. It's one or the two. Okay, Rita says, something for me this week. Thank you. You are always right. Love your readings. You're very welcome, honey. It's our pleasure. Now, Rita, I actually felt like you need to stop and find that balance at the moment. I feel my body is a little bit achy with your energy while sorry, I've still got Roz. I'm doing Roz's trick. I've got Roz on singles on solo.
I'm glad I'm not picking the nose or anything.
You're on screen by yourself. That's all right. While Robin and Roz was talking to Robin, I had already read your comment, honey, and I just got this wave of aches and pains over my body. So I just feel like you need to give your body a rest at the moment. It's that feeling of just taking that step back, listening to your body, and then refocusing is the feeling that I get with that. So I'll leave you with that for Roz to pull her card. I will drop her back onto solo so you can see her card better.
So that's the birds, and that birds is a little bit because they're fairly high, good with communication and working together. If you would have remembered seeing birds flying around in flocks. And, with nests, sometimes they're singular, sometimes they are community. So I'm just feeling in seeing that it's the glare of that. It's the thing with the lighting that I've had to use today. It's natural window. And I actually washed the window to make it a bit clearer. So
you were organised.
I tried. So it's Rita, wasn't it, that I'm talking to? Rita, yeah. So my feeling with that is it is more about taking it easy and enjoying the the time that you have that you share with others as well, so that it's more a community feeling rather than that you're having to battle as one person against, if you get what I mean. So I'm feeling it is just allowing that energy to flow through to be community and just being part of the energy and allowing that to sort of soak in, and that feeling of nurture, because in general communities do nurture each other. It's not too often that you see really bad ones, not that I've experienced anyway. You know, the groups that you belong to, you tend to be attracted to going to groups that are conducive, you know, that you like going to. So relax into that energy of liking where you are at the moment. That's the feeling I'm getting around it right now. So
beautiful. Yeah. So Rita, we wish you all the very best with that. Now, guys, I just want to say also, please feel free to share these videos and invite your friends and family to join in as well. And if you're watching on my psychic page, Leanne Winston Psychic Medium, or Roz's Hypnotherapy with Roz, please. What did I say?
Hypnotherapy. They'd still find it, I'm sure. It's there somewhere in the links.
I'm getting ahead of myself. It's one of those mornings. But jump over to mytimetv.live and join in with the broadcast there. That way we can see your comments here on screen as well. So next we have Bethany. And Bethany says, do you have anything for me? I'd love to know how my daughter is, if she is with family. And a love heart. Oh, beautiful, honey. Reading your comments straight away, I got the sadness that came over, the emotion sort of side of it. I do feel, yes, she is very much with family, but I also feel very much at rest with that as well, okay? I do feel that your daughter connects with you through your dreams, honey, so I do feel you have that strong connection with that side of it, okay? But I just want to say you need to acknowledge the emotions that you have still. Okay, I know it's a journey and we all need to do it in our same way, in our own way. But I just get that it's more about the concern is being pushed or turned around more so onto you. I don't know if somebody's looked at getting a tattoo or has. For some reason, I'm going to the inside of my arm with that. Okay, so whether it's around angel babies or the angels, I just get the reference to the tattoo with that side of it. So there's a lot of love that comes through for you too, hon. Okay. Beautiful.
I felt too straight away as you was answering hers, that it was like a crowning for me as far as the energy there, and the card that dropped out was the stork. So it just felt like nest, home, as in feeling like she was at home.
Yeah.
Was at home. And and I don't know, it just feels like a returning at some point, not the last time here.
Yeah. Okay, wasn't meant to be here long. And it's funny when you put the stalks up, Roz, where am I getting Rose from? So I don't know if Rose or there's something significant. I love it. I don't know if there's Rose or there's roses that have a significance around your daughter. But when I seen Roz put up the card with the stalks, my head went, another baby coming. So I'm actually wondering if your daughter is bringing you another beautiful soul or will return to you through another child, honey. All right, with that. So I wish you all the best, and I send you a big healing hug too. Okay, just feel like I need to pass the hug on from Spirit. Nida, will I get to use my healing more to help others? I got yes reading that, honey.
Yeah.
Roz is agreeing with that as well.
Yeah.
I want to say practice. Just practice, honey. Keep practicing, strengthening, putting yourself out there. It will come, okay? Sin, good morning, honey. I hope you're well. I won't leave. I've got Roz on solo still. It's my turn, Roz. I normally have a giggle with you doing it, leaving me on screen. Sin, I'll read your comment and I'll take it down because it is a big one, honey. Hi, mine is more a thank you than a question, Leanne. I have felt so much better since the fair and hearing that Trevor is here. but any messages would be gratefully as good, especially about our trip. Thanks, ladies. You are very welcome, honey. Can I, just before we do jump into that one, guys, I want to say, just because a loved one leaves us, we can't see the physical, doesn't mean that their soul, their energy is not with us anymore. Just because we can't view the physical body, the vessel, trust your thoughts. I always say trust what you feel, you think, you see, you hear, because that's pretty much how spirit will communicate with us. You will sense them around you. That is their soul with you. But it's about trusting that when you get it, not questioning it. All right. So thank you, Cindy. Sort of sparked that comment with spirit in your way of asking. Roz, did you want to pull something for Sin? Guidance around the trip.
So the scythe, it's just, honestly, I'm not actually getting anything specific with this. My mind's just gone blank. So I think that's for her to actually look back at the replay and sense for herself what that means. There's something in that was, that is significant. Anything that you're picking up from it, Leanne?
Okay. I want to say, to me, I look at that card as cutting down the wheat, reaping the rewards type of thing. So I do feel that the trip is going to be especially beneficial for you, honey, because I get the reference to you have worked hard to get to this. It's well deserved. So know that Trevor will be on that trip with you. You're not going to be alone in that sense. So whether this is a trip that you spoke about doing prior to his illness, I just get the reference to the planning has been there with that. Okay. I want to say you're going to come home feeling lighter, more enlightened is probably the feeling. So to me, I want to say do some soul searching. Sit with yourself, sit with Trev, and I do feel through that trip is going to bring healing with it as well. But it's in the timing of it. Okay, there's significance to the timing of the trip. So I wish you all the very best with that, honey. Okay, and like I said, it's with her.
Yeah, and just as I'm actually looking at it myself closely, it's the eye went straight for the handle, and I got the feeling of the handle, how it's held is part of the important part of, having the grip on what is happening. Not so that you're strangling it, because the action of a scythe takes a unique swing, if you get what I mean. So you'll have that with you, and that's where my eye went, was the handle, having that right action. It's there, you just need to use it, and that harvest will be plentiful, like you pointed out to start from it.
Beautiful.
Sometimes the cards don't, the thing doesn't come instantly to me, so
No. And sometimes, like Roz said, sometimes that card just you need to sit with and see how it feels with you, sort of thing, with that side of it. Next we have Caroline. Will my health improve? I got yes with that, honey. Let go. You've got to let go. There's a lot of work to do on letting go. So I'm going to say, look at what you've been holding on to in your aura, in your energy field, because it has manifested to the physical. So I want to say there's a lot of need to do the letting go in the past side of stuff. All right. So I wish you all the very best with that. Bella.
I'm also getting for her, before you move on, just drinking a lot more water to allow the lymph drainage system to be more effective. Okay.
Perfect. Okay. Bella says, every year I keep my birthday cards. Oh, beautiful. She's just giving us feedback on something that we pulled up on before.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Alice, what do I need to do career-wise? Did you want to go that one, Ross?
Interesting. That's the first card that's in line, and I'm feeling I do need to pull the second card as well. So something there that actually needs to be cleared out, and well, the term that's coming to my mind is actually killed off. And here's the birds again. So it's being open and free to ideas that you've got that you can ask around. Is that close enough? Ask around your community. But honestly, I think because there's the individualism and the community of birds in flocks and the rest, I think look yourself what you actually want out of it, but still take in mind, put in mind that, you know, some of what they're sharing with me as far as your community, where you want to move in your career, that it's, you know, some of their ideas are things that you might not actually have thought of before too. So I'm not sure. I'm feeling like it's a bit more is it bookwork, accounting type of thing that you're looking into?
I actually wanted to put books in front of it too, but I also want to say more study as well. So I do feel career-wise there's more study to come. Yeah, so look at the books, look at the study, the office work side of it. Okay, I do feel there'll be growth this year with that though as well. So, all right, so we wish you best with that, Alice. We've got Bev, but she would like to know, hi, can you tell me why my daughter's boyfriend is acting so weird? Oh, that's a deep one. Your daughter needs to speak up is the reference I get. So to me, I do feel that there's, I know you're asking about your daughter's boyfriend, but with your daughter, I was just getting the blocked throat chakra, and you may even need to voice some stuff around that yourself too, honey, because I just get that energy. The throat chakra is very much about communication. So looking at how you can move that side of it. I just don't feel right in my head with his energy. I feel very scattered at the moment. So whether there's a little bit of an imbalance or there's something mentally going on with his head, I just feel like we need to be watching that side of it. Okay. Did you have anything else you'd like to add, Ross?
Well, the card I drew is the cross, and I'm sort of thinking, I mean, first instinct was actually he's not being understood. He finds it a bit difficult to actually express himself as well. And then the card that was there was the cross. Now, sometimes that is just the old-fashioned meaning of, you know, the cross that we have to bear relative to what the Christian tradition has always taught as far as, you know, Christ, the cross, bearing loads and things like that. I think it's just something that gives a variety for your daughter. It feels it's meant to be for the moment with that particular boyfriend to be part of what she's learning. Specifically, probably it is to understand more fully what other thinking can be, rather than you know, not being able to express herself, bring his own expression out. It's part of that process, I think.
Yeah, I think he's really in his head a lot too lately. My head hurts with his energy. So I think it's quite exhausting going through the emotions at the moment. Yeah.
And I think too, men, they do tend to have a bit more of a confusing time around that way of expressing too. So,
definitely.
you know, I mean, you can look at some statistics that show that. So, yeah.
So maybe there's the need to try and open up communication, start that conversation to try and help him work through what is going on, because I don't feel like there's, you know, like he's up to something or whatever. It's within him that it's happening, okay? Because I feel really frustrated. I feel exhausted with it. So, yeah, I want to say the talking, the communication, okay? Bella would like to know, will I fall pregnant this month? I don't feel that I've got this month, honey, but I feel like it's very close sort of thing. So if it's not this month, it's very close.
6 or 16s, it's in the stars.
Love it. So
my eye went to the 6th there, so possibly June.
Yeah. I kind of get the feeling like your body's starting to get prepared for it. So, yeah. Beautiful. So good luck, honey. You'll have to let us know when you get that news. Diane says, hi, beautiful ladies. I love all you do. Oh, you're welcome, honey. Thank you. Do you have any messages coming, please, in future road ahead? Thank you. And we got roses and a smile.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
Honey, I feel like I need to be riding with your energy. So look at the riding.
And, whoa. Now that's mice. They can steal things away and they can be sneaky behind the scenes. So just be a little bit protective too of what I actually visualised right at the start was a 2-path type thing, and it was just paths going one, the 2 ways. I know there's a card for that in here, but it wasn't that card. It was just, going 2 paths. But whichever one you choose, it is, don't share absolutely everything. Keep some of the stuff, and that's why the mice. Keep some of the stuff to yourself in the ideas that you've got. If it is in writing and the rest, keep your storyline to yourself. Keep the style of writing that you're doing until you've got it more developed and ready to publish in whatever way it's going to be published.
Yeah, exciting. I feel very excited around you, honey, with that. So, yeah, beautiful. Robin is just saying, I finally started to feel grounded and positive. I do feel things are changing in a positive way, feeling happy and excited. Beautiful, hun. And it's good when we, sorry, the comments are flashing up again. When we get out of our own head in that moment that's holding us back, all that stuff, that clutter, as we were talking about before, because we get the clutter in the head, we do start to see the bigger picture and feel that energy that is building when we move that negative out of it. So that's perfect, honey. Well done. Very proud of you. Shana, I think, Shyla, sorry, honey, if I've said your name wrong, says good morning. Hope you're well, honey. Robin's just saying she hopes to make it to Whyalla and see me if my anxiety. Breathe, honey, get through it. You will be fine. You get a hug if you come. Come and have a hug. Beautiful. Bella is just saying thank you, ladies. You are very welcome, honey. It's my pleasure, or our pleasure. Jamie says, do you see us travelling soon? If so, can you tell me when and where, please? Yeah, I get yes. I'm actually drawn to the top of Australia. I feel like I want to go straight up into Northern Territory area, sort of thing. So yeah, up in the heat. So I get the dust as well. So whether it's sort of up and around, I do get yes with that. Okay. So next we have Teresa. Can you see any? Oh, sorry, Rosa's got a card there. Sorry, hon, go.
Well, I'm not sure whether that was for, I can't remember the name now. Isn't that terrible? Shana, wasn't it?
No, Jamie. Travel.
What Jamie? I'm just looking. I went to the 7th, 27th to 7th, so whether that's a significant date.
Yep, beautiful. It's not too far away. Love it. Okay, so next we have Teresa. Can you see my comments? I've been on here heaps. Honey, you may have been on the wrong page or you're not asking direct questions, guys. So, Teresa, please put your comment up again and just try to ask a direct question and we will get to you as soon as we can, but I haven't seen your name come up as yet in this post until now. Eddie says, can you tell me if my grandmother has anything to tell me? Beautiful. I get love. Yeah, I get the love. I get the guidance. I just feel like you got to stop. I don't know if she had heart area, but I'm very much drawn around that side of it. But I want to say believe in yourself, okay? So I'm very much drawn around to the love, the guidance, the believing within. So whether you're questioning yourself a little bit lately, but I do feel that you feel her energy around you, honey. Sorry, Ross, did you have something you want to add to that?
That jumped out.
Oh, beautiful.
There, and that really is about strength and moving forward.
Yeah, the rest will come.
It is.
Okay, beautiful. Just know that she's with you, honey. All right, so Michelle will I end up travelling? I get yes to that straight away, honey. It's just in the timing. I want to say within the next 18 months. I do feel that that's around you as well. Okay. Maddie says, any guidance for me at all? I'm stressing out. University is starting up again next week and I'm applying for so many jobs with no answers. All right, Hannah, I do feel that you need to take this time for you. Stop, breathe, ground yourself, let go of all the head noise, the clutter, so to speak, in your head, and focus, sort of thing, because I do feel your energy is so much in your head. By grounding your energy, you're going to bring that focus from here down, bring it down to your connection, the connection with Mother Earth, and that will help you see the bigger picture. Breathe is the biggest thing. Okay, so whether you get stuck in old habits, I just get the old habits coming up at the moment. Okay.
And as you was talking about the grounding, I mean, what better card? This is the house. And you look at all the little nooks and crannies to explore, and houses don't move. They are very well grounded, well, mostly until you get into flooding that does landslides. But from looking at this one, I mean, it really is grounding in that feeling of being at home and actually being in the right place and putting your focus on that as well. Okay.
Beautiful. Excellent. So Cindy's just giving us some feedback. She says, is our trip going to be all that I expected it to be? And is the photographing the thing Trevor's trying to tell me? I get yes, spreading your comment, honey, to pursue. Thank you, ladies. Love and light. You are very welcome, honey. It's our pleasure. Robin is just saying thank you. You're welcome, honey. And Cass, hey, honey, would love to hear your insight, please, as to if I will have a new partner in the near future and how my studies will go. Thank you, ladies. Okay. I get it's coming. Yes. My feeling is it's coming when you least expect it, hun. So I want to say focus on your studies and throw your energy into that. Somebody will come into your life when you least expect it, all right, in a way that you're going to least expect it. But I want to say open yourself up, because I do feel that you are blocking that energy a little bit at the moment as well, whether it's through fear of being hurt or fear of the unknown, okay?
And that one really did literally throw itself out onto the floor even. So that's why I had to dive for it, which is appropriate for the fact it's an anchor. Anchors can be really nicely grounding because that's what their intention is. It's their design. So anchor your intention.
There we go. Excellent. Have that clear picture what you're working towards too. So, all right, beautiful. Sharon, sorry, I think is the way I'm supposed to say it. I did say it wrong before, didn't I? What does the month look like for me? I would love some guidance. So many pulls in many different directions and trying to focus on what's most important, but what will keep me stabilized as a mum to keep the family growing forward. Thank you. The anchor card again. Love it.
Yeah. I just flicked. Yes, that was the one. So.
Yeah. So Sharon, keep grounded. Keep yourself out of your head and keep that focus. I get there is frustration around you at the moment and you're trying to take on so much at once. I just get acknowledge things as they're coming up and let it go. Those things that are important, you will know where you need to be focused with that. I just want to say set your boundaries, because I feel like you're on overload at the moment, honey. So by setting your boundaries, reflect some of that energy back to others around you so you're not taking that on. All right. So look at that side of it. Breathe and ground. Focus. Okay.
And one of the other things too that just came through was, even with having something anchored, you still have the choice of pulling it up and moving it, but it stays in the place you intend, because you can throw it in the right place where you want it to go. Whereas that's a bit different to actually having some other control mechanism out of your control that's doing it for you, if you get what I mean. So yeah. It is set an intention and have that work for you.
Yeah, excellent. And Teresa is just saying, this keeps stopping and I have to press play again. Why is that happening? Honey, it could be because your internet is a little bit low, or the strength isn't there, or too many people in your area trying to use the internet at once. So that's usually why that happens.
Yeah, and it can be to do with your bandwidth of what you've actually got working as well in the background on your own computer. If you're using it with computer, having too many tabs open and too many background apps. If you're on a mobile, sometimes you've got to do that swipe thing and close them all behind. I had a girlfriend who didn't even know that you have to do that, and she had hundreds of them still open ad infinitum.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
And I showed her how to do it because I do it all the time. I don't want that bandwidth band eaten by stuff that I'm not using in that moment, because I'm more an in the moment, go with the flow, go with being in the moment of now. Close the stuff that's in the background. You don't need it right now. Only open it when you need it. And look at what you need to in the moment.
Yeah, for sure. Teresa's just saying hi, ladies, and we've got Rita saying thank you. You're welcome, honey. And we have the beautiful Veronica Cook saying hi, ladies. I need some guidance or something for my 14-year-old daughter. She's lost, and I'm so scared that she is in so much pain. I actually get anxiety with her, honey. So I want to say she's a sensitive soul. She's taking on the energy of a lot of other people as well. But I do feel this has been building for a little while. So to me, it's got to the stage that she feels that I feel like I'm suffocating with the anxiety. I want to say look at maybe meditation, calming music, even just play calming music around the home, because I do feel anything you try at the moment, she's sort of pushing away as well. Obviously, going back to school just recently, I get the feeling has triggered some things as well. So she's feeling unsettled in a way, but she's also trying to find her own feet. And there's a lot of confusion that's going through that poor head at the moment as well with that. Okay. I want to say open the communication lines up. Maybe if she won't talk, get her a journal or something that she can write her thoughts, her feelings down in. I would even maybe suggest talking to a school counsellor or a private counsellor for her as well with that. I do feel she will get on top of this, but it's going to be a gradual thing. All right. So I wish you all the very best, and I send your daughter a big healing hug as well, and to you too, hun. Okay.
And what I'm getting is the self-love. So it's just looking with herself, she, having that help with being able to find that inner self-love.
Yeah, so hang in there. You're strong, and so is she. All right. She might just not realise how strong she actually is at the moment. We've got Maddie sending us the heart. That's beautiful, honey. So, guys, I know we're getting out of time very shortly, and we're not quite through all the questions as yet, but please feel free to share and invite your friends and family. And if you are on either my psychic page or Roz's hypnosis plus. I got in my own head trying not to say hypnotherapy. I wanted to say hypnosis. But, oh, my God, I need sleep. I need a week of it, I think.
Oh, you need a little bit of the trick with the hypnosis.
Yeah.
Do the hypnotherapy.
I don't do that too much. My eyes might go closed, and that'll be it. So we might just see if we can squeeze in a couple more before we do have to get off for the week or the day at least. So, Tara says, hey there, what do you see for me and my family this year? Are there any messages from my brother?
Crisis. I can see green fields. It just feels like a field full of flowers. I don't know whether it's poppies. No, it's multicolours. It's just so pretty. So I wonder if that's some travel happening. Oh, well, it's free. So that's letting go, and using that key to let the spirit go, take it where it's guided.
That is funny, because when you were saying about the green fields, I felt like I had the brother stepping in saying the freedom, and then you've got the key. So whether he's
Duty. It happens.
Whether he's sort of feeling more that he's free, so to speak, but I feel like that comes really more around his family, that freedom. So whether in the past you've been through very hard period, the ups and the downs, but the freedom in life is starting to open up. I feel like he's putting that more so in front of you of what is to come. So focusing on that freedom. All right. Beautiful. And we've got Tritsy saying, hi, ladies. We've got a few other people there that have put comments that we have already answered for today. But Sandra, we haven't had one for you yet today. So she says, hi, dear ladies. I see in her Facebook a beautiful verses. It said, do you miss me as much as I miss you? And she's got a husband's name there, Philip, and hearts and roses, as I do talk to him all the time. I got yes, honey, to that. Okay, I get the beautiful smile with that as well.
Okay. I'm just feeling the connection is like it is. It's the messages that are from those ethereal planes. It's always constant. You know, the stairs are. It's connecting. So.
Yeah, lovely. And you know he's there, honey. So it's just trusting what you feel. Nietzsche's just saying thank you so much, Leanne and Roz. You are very welcome, honey. It is our pleasure. Yes. All right, guys. We've only got a couple more minutes left before we're out of time. So, Roz, what have you got coming up this week, hon?
Look, it is a bit of a busy week. I've got a couple of clients and I do have an interview that's coming. No, that's not this week. Gee, I left my calendar back there. I just enjoy doing stuff in the background and planning and getting things moving forward. So as far as specific things that I got going, I don't have any events or anything coming up besides the 24th of February being part of the SA. What's the label of that one?
Psychic and Wellness Expo.
At Murray Bridge. So I'm probably doing more of a bit of a planning to that and writing some courses actually. So not completely out there being obvious, but hey, I've always got time to actually do some of the readings, and I want to post just doing the Buy Me a Coffee link when I get back to the computer and the rest, and doing that, and just offering a 3-card reading to people that click on the Buy Me a Coffee, because I just like that interaction, and it's something, you know, with the marketing and stuff that we're supposed to be doing to build businesses, which, you know, I'm not really into. I just like doing the helping other people. So yeah, that's
it. I think it's when it becomes like it's not about the money. I think that Buy Me a Coffee link, like you're saying, is a great idea because there needs to be some sort of exchange. Whether it's, you know, a hug or, you know, somebody used to say to me, just have somebody do your dishes while you're there in exchange for a reading or whatever. There needs to be an exchange. So, you know, without putting down the worth, the value of what you're getting, because it is worth a lot more than a coffee really, but it's that gratitude that goes back and forth as well with that side of it. So I do I'll share what I've got coming up in a second, but I think this is gorgeous. Diane says, wow, thank you ladies. I think I understand. And she's got roses and hearts and a smiley face. But what I'm really drawn to, honey, is you guys can't see it on the back end, but the timing of your message was at 11:11. Okay, 11:11 is a spiritual number. That is spirit with you at that time. So I just feel, I can't remember what we answered you in your question, as that's not my information to hold on to, but I got drawn to the way the 11:11 comes with your message, honey. So I want to say sit with that as well. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you as well. Now for me, guys, I'll be back on live tomorrow night at 8:30 South Australian time, Australian Central Daylight Time. I'll be on Thursday as well with the beautiful Tamara talking about her products and the skincare, hair, makeup, and that sort of stuff. And then I have another beautiful lady that is starting on Friday morning at 10:30. From there, I get in the car and I drive all the way. We go all the way to Whyalla to set up Friday night for the Miracles Expo in Whyalla this weekend as well. Then the next weekend we have the Murray Bridge Expo, as Roz spoke about, the SA Psychic and Wellness Expo that is being held at the Murray Bridge Racecourse. Now, this event is a free event for the public to get into. I think we're up close to about 50 stalls. We are the hosts of that event as well. So we have a lot of different things. We have things for the kids. We have food vans. We have crafts. We have, clothing, jewelry, readers, healers, you name it. We've sort of got it. So we do have a stall there doing fundraising to get two very, very talented young ladies at the age of 12 that have just now made the Australian basketball team to play in New Zealand over Easter weekend. So they are there selling sausages and cakes and stuff. So please come along and help support them. I think they may even have a donation tin if you've got a bit of loose change to throw in there, but we're really looking forward to that as well. So excellent. So I do apologise. There are a few questions that we haven't got back to as well.
Yeah. When I've got my power back on, I will attempt to go through them as well, even if it's just a card read, just a single card that I pop in as a. That's what I did last week. Eventually, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, Maddie's just saying she was born at 11/11. That is pretty cool. And Diane says, thanks, how special. She's given us the roses and stuff there as well. So excellent. All right, guys. Well, I think we will end it there. I do have a little bit more work to do before I have to run out again this afternoon. But thank you, Roz. And we've got around the power issue without too many problems.
And we'll see you next week. At least I'll be able to know how much power it does actually take on a mobile phone to do an hour's worth of a live stream. So thank you. Thanks so much, Leanne, for being able to run it.
You're welcome. It was my pleasure. Guys, just on today's subject, look at the clutter that you've got in the physical form, the emotional, the I love it. The emotional, the physical, and the the mental side of it as well. All right, beautiful.
Might have to use him as a mascot now. I like the red best. Pink's not my colour, but the red's gorgeous. Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
All right, guys. Take care. Bye.